Now we're good.
Well, guys, are you glad I'm back?
No.
Yeah, I missed you, Scrib.
Maybe.
I missed you, Scribby. You know, when I make fun of a tree and it doesn't talk back to me, it's just not the same. You know what I mean?
You know, I listened into the basketball
Live
game.
from
I
the
missed your
Justin
voice.
Livestream Network Studios, Scrib and Gib.
Scrib, I'm just going to say this. After the last couple of weeks' shows, I just want you to know that no icicle or Charlie Brown Christmas tree compares to having you here in person.
Oh, that makes me feel so warm and fuzzy inside.
It should.
It does.
On the inside.
Yeah, on the inside. I mean, yeah.
How was it?
It was good. It was good. It's good to be back, though. It was good to be in person to see. I haven't seen a boys game. I haven't seen a boys game in person yet, which is a bummer. Everything.
Oh, yeah, because
I was gone for
Wyatt
work.
called the one. I called the first one.
Yeah, it's kind of been a bummer, and I spent a lot of time with Coach Allen talking youth stuff, but I just haven't seen it in person. It's been a bummer.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I was just thinking about it. January's a long month. There's a lot of games coming up.
Oh, sure.
Well, I mean, with the girls and boys kind of playing opposite spots every night, it gets tough.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You'll be traveling.
I'll be traveling a lot watching Graceland, so it's been a bummer, but it was nice to be back in the gym last night, getting to see the girls team play in person versus through the computer or TV. So
Did you have like gym withdrawals?
Not really gym withdrawals, but it is more fun to watch your kid in person.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, the nice thing is Justin Livestream does a better. They do it better than anybody.
I wouldn't say better than anybody, but
I would say so. I would say that's your opinion, and your opinion sucks sometimes, buddy.
Well, because we can always be better. That's why.
Well,
that's my opinion.
So Coach Allen's wife was asking me at church on Sunday. She's like, "Well, do you guys what's the deal? How do you guys do this?" And I didn't know if she was talking about the podcast or Justin Livestream. And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Well, people were saying that the Eau Claire North there was no sound, or one of them there was no sound." And I'm like,
Eau Claire North. And imagine a rectangle. We're like right in the center, right? So on the camera here. So we're right in the center when we do our. Theirs is over here, or right here, and 3/4 of the way. So it's like shooting off. I was texting Keith because I couldn't read the score because
you can never.
It's not good.
So I get it, and I just unfortunately we don't travel because it just gets hard. And especially now that we're into big rivers, where most of the time you'd have to have two crews, right? You'd have to have an away and a home. I mean, it's
the hard part is Zaleski, or however you say them.
Yeah.
They're contracted with Eau Claire schools, but yet they don't do every game. Oh. They don't do every home game. They pick and choose which games to do.
So
with their crews.
Didn't the Big Rivers Conference, as a group of athletic directors, didn't they say that everything has to be huddle at least? I mean, JV varsity. I mean, wasn't that something?
No, there's
that they were
really nothing
on?
in place.
Okay.
I know. With the previous AD, yes, we were trying to work on we have to have a minimum. Like the Big Rivers, let's set a standard for the whole.
For everyone, kind of.
For everyone, and they were working on whether it was huddle, using the huddle platform. There was different ideas floating around, but yes, I would love to get a Live Streamers Association started just to make all of us better.
That sounds like a fun group to be a part of.
LSA, baby, where are you going?
Live Streamers Association.
We're going to the LSA Association convention down in Cape Coral, Florida, at the Gibson Mansions.
Mansions.
It's an S on the end now. Multiple.
Look at him
so,
over there.
He can probably host multiple different conventions down there between the Viking Super Bowl championship wannabes.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've been there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We should get this thing going, huh?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Lindis Podcast Studio in Brinkman's basement.
Yep,
That's me. Welcome to my basement. Hey, can you guys think of a better way to spend the day before Christmas Eve than in my basement?
Well, there's a lot of things that could be said
it does
there.
look very festive here, which is awesome, Brinkman. So it's really helping me get into the mood. So that's good.
Yeah, the decorating you've been doing down here is just amazing.
Sorry, that mood.
I mean, it's unreal. All the decorations, it's beautiful. It's just
okay. Maybe not the podcast studio got decorated, but
What do
the
you mean?
rest of the house did. And darn it, I'm proud of it.
Last week, the way you had it decorated, it was beautiful. Then we changed it up this week. Went with the blue theme. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I mean, you have a lot of time on your hands.
Yep.
But you just talked about how the salesman you are and how it's so busy at the car dealership. So, yeah.
Actually, believe it or not, the week between Christmas and New Year's is one of the busiest weeks of the year in the car industry. Yeah.
People buying it for gifts.
Well, one, you have a lot of families where the husband and wife are off work together, and,
So they go look at it
they
together.
don't have a volleyball tournament in Kansas
Yeah.
City. They don't have a
good
trip
point.
to Hawaii planned, and they just plain get sick of their kids, so they want to get out of the house. Two, you have businesses that for financial tax reasons
They gotta
need
buy.
to get some purchases done by the end of the year. So,
Nice.
Yeah, I know somebody that's like that.
3 rebates.
and there's 3
lot of
rebates
end-of-the-year
right now.
rebates, right?
Is there
A lot
really?
of end of the year rebates.
Yeah, that's how you can end up with a big old truck pulling a camper someday, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I'll ever get that rich.
I mean,
That's insurance money.
That's
buddy.
what I've heard, though,
That's what
is
you call depreciating value right there. So much fun.
That's how you bring the podcast and Justin Livestream literally on the road.
Yeah.
With Justin
the go.
Livestream.
on the go.
On the go with Strand.
How happy will Danny be when we show up at some campground in Chautauqua to do a podcast with you?
On a scale of 1 to 10,
yeah, we're
Yeah.
Going, is it a negative?
Can we go
Is it
negative?
Well, hold on there. I totally disagree. If Danny knows Gibby and I are showing up, she's going to be excited. She likes us. She thinks we're cool.
What about me?
That's where I set us to.
Mom,
what's the
it was
noise on that chair
Mom,
doing?
It was 4 minutes and 37 seconds.
Yeah, well,
into
this
it.
is so mean to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the JLS Insurance Ag Minute for this week. Hey, the hay may be in the barn. I'm going to tell you what, though. The bills keep it coming, don't they, boys?
It's unbelievable for farmers this time of year. How many things are purchased before the end of the year for next year's
Yeah,
inputs?
we just talked about the car business and how Brinkman's busy, and that's just one of 25, 50 things that a farmer might have on their list to buy. A lot of money is getting spent prepaying for your fertilizer or your seed. If you haven't done seed, prepay starts in about August or July. But
So you buy that obviously
A year.
several year. Oh, a year.
in advance, yeah. But a lot of guys pay for their fertilizer by the end of the year, so the co-op holds on to their money, but they didn't pay taxes on it.
And as goofy as this will sound, you guys, there's been times in the last 5 years where probably 2 of the 5 years, if you didn't have your fertilizer paid for by January 1st, they said, you might not even get fertilizer this year.
Really?
There's a shortage here and
Oh,
a
wow.
shortage there. And so
And a lot of guys
that
play the
happens.
game too because you're trying to prepay for not just tax purposes, but you hope that if you watch the price, so you try and get it cheaper in the fall. So
You just watch it and pull the trigger when it's needed.
Yep. And that's such a crazy market. I don't know. That's energy.
No,
that's what it
and
is.
speaking of seed, there's obviously quite a few different seed companies out there. Are they all known for like something different? You know what I mean? Like, is there one seed that they get more bushels per acre than this other seed?
mean,
or this
imagine-
one's more?
Because think about it.
I'm wondering.
They each have hybrids.
You got Gibby seed over here. You got Brinkman seed and Scribden. I mean, if we're all different seed companies,
Brinkman's is the one that produces.
Do you want the tall stock? Do you want the skinny stock? Or you want the girthy stock? The muscular, strong stock over there.
There you go. You see, that's me. No, you're 100% correct. Each company has their own hybrid. So I mean, it's sort of like a car manufacturer. They're going to have different models of everything. They're going to have different models of trucks. They're going to and so you have all those different things that go into it. For instance, there are farms now that plant corn year after year. Okay, where you used to be able to 20, 30 years ago, you couldn't do that.
Yeah, you had to let it rest or something,
corn,
right?
Well, you'd have to go to soybeans. You'd have to go to something else. But now they actually have hybrids that are designed to stack corn on corn each year. So, I mean, there's a lot of things out there that
for
come
disease
into it.
and insects, different things like that. So it's
irrigated land, light soil, heavy soil. I mean, there's so many different
like
things.
you said, it's the best way to put it. It's like buying a vehicle, right? There's only so many major manufacturers that there's different seed companies, but there's only. It's like, do you want to buy a Toyota or a Lexus?
Right.
Yeah. So they could have 2 different names, but it came from the same parent company. And then if you want to drive a Ford, a Chevy, or a Ram, like 3 different companies that make them, but they're all doing the same thing. Which one fits you best for what you're doing?
Right. And I remember I talked. Actually, this stuff
I'm
does
still
that.
trying to go between the girthy stock or the, what did you call Gibby?
Well, no, I said tall, skinny, or girthy because he's strong.
Oh. But back,
Yeah, I'm just trying to
I'm
figure.
tall.
Well, you guys just keep trying to figure that out. We'll have our intelligent conversation.
Okay.
Okay. You and I.
Thank you.
So,
this
that
I
is
want to
one
hear.
thing- So that is one thing
Abner,
that does
egg producer
really
over here.
well. Just listen to me here now. I love genetics. That was my jam.
Some of us have
I
good
love
genetics.
genetics, right?
Some
and
of
I
us
love
have good
studying
genes.
genetics, and I've always felt that that's something I could have got into. Is like
Yeah.
that because I had to take botany and all that kind of stuff in college. So I thought it was really cool. All of these
Yet he
different
doesn't know
types
how,
of strains of seed and
come?
how they
Chop
how they
them.
change the genetics and now you can get they're resistant now to maybe a certain bug or a certain
Yeah.
whatever that might be. So I was talking to somebody and he was one of these plant geneticists, I guess is what you'd call them, right? And I was talking to him about this big deal about the GMOs and is it really bad for us? And the only thing he said is, how else are we going to feed the world? That's all he said. He didn't say if it was good or if it
Truly.
was bad or anything.
Yeah.
He's like, how is she supposed to feed the world? So
There's going to be less farm acres every year, right?
yeah. So you're right. You got to be more efficient. You got to create. Now I am getting outside of my vocabulary.
No, but it's
it is like you need to have a bigger yield, right? And
the
lesser
yield has
space.
gone up, because the price really hasn't gone up in the last however many years, right? I mean, it fluctuates. Don't get me wrong, but if you want to go back to where the pricing is as of now compared to 40 or 35 years ago, they're making money because there's more yield to it, right? But you also take different varieties that, like you said, the different things that you can do. Well, no different than, say, Ram has a transmission problem and, say, Chevy has an engine problem and Ford
Has
they don't have any
Brinkman working
problems.
for him.
Yeah. But what I'm getting at is, is like there was a
The guy with the good hair genetics over here is taking shots at me. Jeepers
That I do
creepers.
not
Wait,
have.
speaking
That
of
I do
hair,
not have.
I'm not going to go off on that tangent. So,
But anywho, before you were rudely
anyways,
interrupted by Brinkman.
yeah, there was one that had a fungus problem last year,
Okay.
and it was like a 30 bushel to the acre hit on that particular seed.
Wow.
So
Fungus issue.
Yeah.
So being hair was brought up. I almost said earlier about missing Scribner and how the shiny ball on top was the same as Scribner's head.
I like this movie.
I refrained, so that's why I did it.
Well, there you go.
Well, hey,
another thing though, when we talk about this, is diesel fuel.
Okay.
There's farmers out there that go through 40,000-50,000 gallons of diesel fuel a year, and
They pre-buy that too.
yeah, but I have a friend who that's what he does. He goes out and buys diesel fuel. They call them contracts, and a contract of diesel fuel is 100,000 gallons.
Okay.
And by the time this guy goes to all the farmers and sells that, they hope to make anywhere between 1 to 3 cents a gallon. So can you imagine having to stroke a check to these oil companies for, if diesel fuel is at $3 a gallon, $300,000
Right.
you write a check for, and you hope to get 1 to 3 cents a gallon back on that. Well, that sounds fun.
1 to
Yeah.
3, 1 to yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that
100%.
sounds like a lot of fun.
We know a guy
there's a lot
that
of things
is
goes
in charge of delivering a lot of fuel.
Talking about Kippers?
Yep.
Yeah, I was just going to bring
yeah.
it up. Kip, he works at CHS, so his team that he manages, they doing all the routing and that stuff. So it's kind of interesting.
It's crazy to me to have that much invested, and that's what you're hoping for on a return.
I mean, that's crazy.
And if all of a sudden, the federal government releases this reserves or whatever, well, all of a sudden you're losing 10, 15 cents a gallon. If one of these pipelines or whatever starts on fire, you might make 10, 15 cents, but they try to average between 1 and 3 cents a gallon profit.
Jesus.
I wonder
Seems
what
crazy.
Burkhardt tries to make, because they're always the cheap gas.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
much.
Until you buy the ice and it's a $7 bag of ice. And you're like, oh, what was that? Like,
Right.
stop, I'm going to stop here for gas, and that's it. All right.
That Snickers went to
right.
$5.49.
Yeah, right,
Go ahead.
exactly.
I'm sorry.
That was your JLS Insurance Egg Minute of the Week. So, stop down. If you got any seed questions or you're looking to purchase some seed, stop down. Talk to Gibby. He's got all the information.
the geneticist.
For the
Yeah, I could
upcoming
talk
year.
He's
genetics
got good
for it.
genes.
Yeah, I
Him and Sydney.
All right, what do you got there, Brinkman, for the Cedar Lake Speedway race to the finish?
I like it.
Well, actually, speaking of that, though, we do got to have a little bit of a moment of Greg Biffle passing.
yeah.
And his family, that was
Very sad.
That's sad. He was out at Cedar Lake Speedway. He
was?
Yep. He
Really?
used to drive for 3M. So,
I used to work for
okay.
Granger a long time ago, so that's how I got into Biffle, because he was in the Craftsman
Yep.
Truck Series too. So I worked at Granger right before I got married. Originally,
so we actually,
years ago.
I remember Lindsay met him a couple times, had a car signed by him. I think she still does technically, and we went out there the time he was there and
Cool.
did their little thing. So, to the Biffle family, friends and family, and the race community, we feel your loss. That's just a bummer.
A great ambassador of the sport, I think, is how I would say it.
Mhm.
I think
100%.
that's
Very much into racing. That was his thing.
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
his
that
thing.
was he was passionate.
And
Yeah.
and of course, they pass away on their way to a charity benefit.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah,
Just unbelievable.
That's right.
So where he was helping out a friend of his. Okay, you guys, I got a couple different subjects here for the race to the finish this week. First off, these NFL division races. Unbelievable. I mean, well, let's just start with the Mac Daddy for us, the NFC North. Well, we won't be talking about my Vikings, but we are going to talk about the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers, and we'll talk a little bit more about them. But what a great, that is.
It's going to be a good race.
That's going to be an amazing one. The AFC South is obviously interesting. What about the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs were done with a month left of the season? That was crazy. So there's just a lot of great
The
NFL.
Jaguars kind of coming. I still don't think people are giving them the credit they deserve right now. The Jags are tough.
I'm a Trevor Lawrence fan.
Yeah.
he's just a good quarterback.
he is. Yeah, he's good.
I got
good
a
dude.
I got a good friend who loves the NFL and he loves to bet the NFL, and he says he just said, he goes, Jaguars and San Fran in the Super Bowl.
Really.
That'd be kind of cool. Super Bowl,
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
East West.
So also, you guys, we got to talk about the college football playoffs got underway
Gosh.
last week, and how fun was that for the Scrib and Gib playoff series that's going on out there with the guys? That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, it is. And head down this over the holidays. There's lots of college football games on. Speaking of the college football playoffs, head down to Newt's and Oz's. They'll have them on their TVs down there. And yeah, we do. We have a little fun little college football playoff thing going on down there. We had a blast. That's all ran on the spread, so it's a little bit different and adds a nice little curveball to it. But, yeah, Alabama was victorious over Oklahoma. Came back, scored, 24 unanswered points in that game? Yeah. That was incredible. Oregon, for the most part, routed JMU, but JMU did cover the spread.
Yeah, that was interesting
They
at
covered
the end,
spread.
right?
Yeah, they covered.
Our friend Mike McCarty is very happy about that, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I bet he is, as he should be.
As he should be.
And then A&M falling to the U. That was probably the big one, I think, that people thought wasn't going to happen. And then Tulane, Ole Miss took it to them pretty good. So, we're going to have some great matchups. How about the Alabama-Indiana game?
Indiana, baby.
Yeah.
Google me.
So
Just
that's
win.
by the way, that's who we have.
Yeah,
I know.
That's our,
That's who we
that's
have.
our
That's who
team.
we have.
So.
We have
I'm-
Indiana.
I think
So-
they're a great team. I just
I just wanna
watching
see him win.
Alabama.
So that's all it means. I just want to see Natty win.
Yeah, I agree. I was not impressed with Bama in the Oklahoma game, to be honest. I just don't think they're the two best teams by far. They're not even close, but it was fine.
That
Go
Texas
Indy.
Tech game is going to be good. Oregon, Texas Tech. Oregon, Texas Tech. That'll be a great game. Ohio State versus the U. Interesting matchup there. And then, of course, we got Georgia and Ole Miss. So four great games coming up here.
So nothing this weekend with the playoff. No. It goes to New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So Wednesday,
there's a bunch
Thursday
of them.
next week, that week. By the way, if you guys get a chance, there is a 60 minutes interview. It's on YouTube. You guys can find it. You're smarter than me. But on Signetti,
Yeah.
It's like 13 minutes, and it is phenomenal.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, very good. Lastly, on the Cedar Lakes race to the finish, Cedar Lake Speedway race to the finish. Excuse me, easy for me to say. I know.
Blah, blah, blah.
I've been adulting too much the last 2 days. I got hams in the refrigerator. I got to make sure it don't
Hams.
get
Meatloaf?
too
No.
cold.
He said hams,
Like
and I'm like
Christmas hams.
Like, dude, I was like, do you not give your family the good beer? And he's like, no, like actual meat. I'm like, oh, not
two
hams.
10-pounders.
Yeah.
I've been
Christmas
working
hams.
on that stuff. So we're having Christmas here this year.
Oh.
But lastly, we should also talk about the NCAA volleyball Final Four.
Oof. The Badgers, man. I thought they were going to get there.
Boy,
So did
I thought they had that one in the
Up 2-1,
bag.
and then lost the next two.
And they had opportunities to win it, and they just couldn't pull it together. And I'll be honest, who ended up winning it?
A&M.
A&M did. Okay.
As a 3 seed.
Yeah. So
But-
it would have been similar like Wisconsin then, huh?
Yeah.
Their playoff, I mean, their
They're-
tournament, they were unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
they took out Nebraska.
Right.
What about Pittsburgh? 5 years in a row, Pittsburgh has been to the Final Four in volleyball, and they've never won a first-round match yet. 5 years in a
crazy.
row.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to Texas A&M.
Yep.
Boys,
Yes.
I'm gonna sit back here and I might just chuckle a little bit at this next one. The Gibby's Lanes Gutter Ball of the Week. I'm gonna turn it over to you first.
It's definitely the last 5 minutes and overtime for the Green Bay Packers on Saturday night versus the Chicago Bears. They did a really good job of peeing that one down their leg. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, and what I look at it is it's nothing better than being Packer fans when this stuff happens because the opposing team has thousands and thousands of new fans. Because
Yeah.
this is twice that this has happened to us that the Vikings have been able to, gloat in failures going back to the Seahawks when the onside kick happened again.
Yes.
But the nice thing about it is
Braymeyer never gloat.
we're
No.
still in it, right? We still got an opportunity. Disappointed, but again,
You'll be
the
in the
Vikings
playoffs
are not in the
Thursday after.
playoffs again, right? So, that was very disappointing. I just think back to, one, you got to score touchdowns,
Yeah, you do.
but you also got to go back to Josh Jacobs' fumble.
Yep.
That's 3 points. Do you go? I didn't mind going for it on the first time opportunity. Horrible play call. Throwing it to the wide side of the field.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
Right.
And then towards the end of the game, there's when you have Malik and you have his ability to run the ball more. Just go.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good, but
It's
Yeah.
like what do they say? It's like animals eating their young.
it'll be fine. I walked out of a Christmas on my wife's side, and the one of her cousins is like, "It's fine." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I'd rather beat the Bears in the playoffs anyway," and I think that's who we're technically aligned to play if it ends.
Wow. That
So-
would be something.
Yeah, so it'll be good. But
Yeah.
they
That was a gutter ball, though.
It was.
So I haven't even heard. Jordan Love, is he playing this weekend?
I don't know. He got dinged up his head.
I mean,
right? He got a
he's had
concussion.
his
I like
concussion.
Malik Willis, to be honest with you. I think he's very good.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of Packer fans out there that say the offense flows much better when he's on the field than compared to Love. What about Jacobs? Is he hurt, or is he
I think he's
running
got
back hurt?
He's got a bum knee, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he's just got a bum knee. He'll be fine.
Okay, so
What do you
he'll be
think,
right
Moose?
back.
What?
Well,
what?
what
Let's
sport are we
ask
talking
you.
about?
How's your China doll quarterback doing? Is he going to be okay?
What sport are we talking about?
The Minnesota Vikings. Just remember hitting win, win, win. All we do is win, is what you said
I don't know
all
what
the
we're
time
talking
last
about.
year.
I didn't even watch one game this year so far.
How about you? Is your China doll? Is he okay?
No, he's going to be fine. He'll play. He didn't break anything. And, the Packers will make the playoffs by Thursday afternoon. So,
You think so?
well, if Detroit loses,
Right.
the Packers are in the playoffs. So, and let's be honest, the NFL's pretty lucky right now that the Vikings won't make the playoffs because they haven't given up an offensive or a defensive passing touchdown in 6 weeks. I mean, they're probably the number one defense in the NFL right now. The way they're playing.
I have them in my fantasy right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're good.
You should. They're good. They're
Ooh,
good. They're good.
Off that stat.
Now,
Never mind.
Oh, go ahead. Off that stat. Go.
Were you guys done talking about that?
Yeah.
Off that stat, what's the vital system stat of the week?
Well, I think that the vital system stat of the week has to be the San Francisco offense
Yes.
right now. This is unbelievable. In their last 20 possessions, they have 10 touchdowns, 6 field goals, and 4 drives have either ended in turnover, which I think is 2, and 2 of them have ended in the end of halves. Their punter has not punted in the month of December yet.
That's
That's actually quite impressive.
that is very
incredible.
impressive.
Like, it's impressive if it's a game, right?
Or 2 games.
They're just so efficient.
Yeah.
Their
Or
offense is
3/4
so
of a game,
efficient.
actually, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And what about it? You know, this was. Remember at the beginning of the year, though, everybody. This is San Francisco's year. They've got these cap problems that they're getting over. It's going to take them a year or 2 to rebuild. And and they got this. And then their number 1 receiver goes absolutely nuts. They kicked him off the team basically.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk.
They're paying him to stay home.
Yeah, he's nuttier than squirrel poop, man.
Yeah, he's out there.
He is out there.
I love that analogy.
He is. He is.
And then they lose Bosa, their defensive end.
Yeah.
Squirrel poop.
Nuttier than squirrel poop. I'm sorry.
Just curiosity.
Well, he is,
how
man.
nutty is
Sniff,
squirrel
do you
poop?
sniff that? And you're like, oh, hazelnuts today. Oh, he's eating some acorns today.
Acorn. I mean, think about it.
Just think about this,
How
though.
scary is that he knows that?
Exactly. But think about the punter. What do you do for a living? Oh, I punt for the 49ers. Yeah, I don't actually do anything.
yeah.
What do you think?
I
you do?
haven't
Not
done a
much.
damn
What's his
thing
price-
since November.
What's his price per punt?
Not very good this year.
No, it's way high.
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
Right.
How would you like to be his agent trying to go to negotiate a new contract for next year? Oh, yeah, my guy did a really good job,
It'd be
and we
good.
think he needs a $250,000 raise.
We
Yeah,
didn't
never
use
used
him.
My leg has not been used.
Right.
It's fresh.
It's fresh.
That's that. I tell you what, man, they are. They are on
They're
a.
tough.
They're on a. What do they
Sweet
call it? A
vital
heater.
system
The
stat
kids
of
they
the
call
week,
it.
I'll
A
tell
It
you
heater.
is. And I'm going to throw you guys a curveball here. What is the custom HVAC solution of the week for Coach Allen's offense?
What's the solution for it?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm asking.
like, you want me to try to stop it? Is that the
No,
solution
just
to stop it?
The
or what?
solution, because you got to be able to shoot threes, right?
Yeah.
It's Braxton Landa, second in the state of Wisconsin for attempts per game at 14.
Is
Really?
he the freshman?
No, he's the
junior.
junior.
In the girls'
This
grade.
is, I think, Brent Nani and I were looking at it last night. I think it's about a game behind, but he's at 14
Wow.
Wow, that's right.
threes a game, leading is 14 and a half. He's making about 4.7 a game. And then right behind, I don't know right behind it because Brent and I were talking about it last night, but McCoy is not shooting as many, but he's making a lot.
Boy, McCoy's
But-
impressive right now for a freshman out there.
But ain't that something, though?
He'll learn.
14,
he's impressive out there.
14 threes a game.
I'm just going to tell you the one thing that is somewhat disappointing about watching Tiger Boys basketball in person this year is there are times where it's hard to watch the game because you are watching when something happens, how Coach Allen reacts to it. And I'm telling you, again, and we'll talk about this later a little bit, but
We're talking about it right now.
well, in that Osceola game, there were some calls
Oh, yeah, they
that
were
were
bad.
absolutely atrocious. Like you're sitting there going, like, I mean, people are looking around like going, what? Like
Well,
the fans from both teams are looking at each other going, like, what the heck is going on? But I'll
they
tell
were
you what.
trained by that South Dakota reffing tape.
Yeah. Well, they.
Yeah, that's
They
about
literally,
it. You're right on
You
that.
can
Skip.
tell how horrible of a call it is. By the way, Coach Allen stands there and claps for everybody else.
He gets excited once in a while. I
love it.
He's excitingly respectable.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
he's
respectful.
very
of the
good at
official.
it.
But
Yes.
those officials made a couple calls, and I'm like, this guy's gonna
Hands
come
will be
on.
in the air, and then he claps.
Yep.
Yep.
And you know he's so passionate about basketball. I mean,
Yeah.
when we had him here, you can smell it in the air when he walks in. His passion for
Oh, it's not Scribner?
for basketball. Turtle Lake perfume. Anyways,
With a hint of sea breeze from Hawaii.
but he
Yeah.
just stands there and claps,
Yeah.
claps away, and it's great to see. Hey,
So on that note, though, you were saying about the Osceola game, and I was talking to him, and it was kind of interesting because against the Eau Claire Memorial game, the opposing coach was accusing him of cheating
yeah.
and accusing our players of cheating.
How do you cheat?
How do you cheat?
Right in front of everybody.
This ain't basketball. They're cheating. They're cheating is what he kept yelling at him. And finally, Coach Allen just
ain't
asked the official, he's like, grabbed him, like, is this normal? It's my third game in Western Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, as long as he's not swearing at you, he's not technically doing anything wrong. But yeah. And I think part of it, because I know the Eau Claire Memorial coach. I mean, I've talked to the guy before just
Who is
because of I can't think of his name.
He's been
right
there
now.
for years.
He's
They
been
have a
there for
heck of a-
years.
Not
They have
Chad, it's not Chad Brisky anymore.
I'll look
is
it up.
But
I'll
the
look it up.
deal
He's
is
a good
he
coach.
runs a more slow down, aggressive pace defense,
Shot clock is coming.
And I just don't think he liked what Coach Allen was bringing, more. The deal here was Coach Allen was dictating the pace, where I would say Eau Claire Memorial normally dictates the pace. And that was
sure.
the difference.
Cool.
And how
So-
can you call that cheating, though? I don't get that.
That's what I thought. And it was just interesting the way he was talking to me about it and telling me. And I was like, that's crazy. But it is what it is, right?
Yep.
And I think
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
I
his
love
pace.
it.
He's
It's so
just-
fun to watch.
100%. And, I had the chance to sit with some long-time New Richmond people. Yeah, it is Chad Brisky.
Oh,
yeah.
But I had the chance to sit at the Osceola game with some old-time New Richmond guys. I mean, guys that have been here forever. Guy that went to state with New Richmond back in the early 70s. And they're just like, we love this.
Oh, that's good.
This is basketball. Get out there and go.
Yeah.
Get out there and go. So,
all right. Hey, I'll move on because the
Yeah.
next one involves a business that I help with, just like Scribner. You'll see there's nothing to announce for this week because it's pretty quiet. We don't
Yep.
travel for tournaments, but you're going to see Justin live stream live at Newt's and Oz's because they're really good about putting a game on.
Yeah, they're amazing.
New sponsor with
Yep.
Scrib and Give podcast. So definitely head down there if there's a game on. If you don't feel like going to the gym, like you don't have the passion like Scribner has to step in a gym every day. Just
How about just after the gym? You could go there
even
after the
gym,
gym.
yeah.
I know it's a great spot, wonderful place to watch a game, and Newton has always done an amazing job of just supporting Tiger
Huge
athletics.
supporters, yeah.
And anytime there's a game on, Justin Livestream, I think they got it on
if
TV.
they don't, if they don't have it on, just say,
Just
hey,
tell
there's a
them
basketball game on.
Yep,
boom,
and they'll
goes
throw it
right
on there
away.
for us. So we're really, really happy that they jumped on board
So we'll
with
get
us.
we got a couple logos up here. We'll get a segment where
The game of the week, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have the kind of the schedule on the side here with it as long as we can announce it too.
Gibby and I stopped down there a couple Wednesday nights ago, and we're like, guys, why isn't there a Justin Livestream show going on right now? And, Newt looks at me and goes, Brink, it's Wednesday. And I said, there's not a horse show we could be watching?
Okay, you want a funny so the new AD Jason Wolf, he was telling me, he's like there's times you got a lot going on, right, and there's multiple games, and he's like sometimes I can't be at every game for the whole just to watch, right? So he goes, there's some times I just go to my office and I can catch up on emails, and he's like, hey, it's awesome. He's like, I can put Justin Livestream on, I'm still watching the game. He goes, yeah, he's like, apparently I didn't shut anything down because the next morning he's like, Justin Livestream was up, and he goes, there's a horse show going on. And he goes, so I clicked on it and had it on for a while. He's like, I had to watch to see what you actually do. And I'm like, oh, did you fall asleep? He's like, no. He's like, that's interesting. And I was
That wasn't the X-rated one, was it?
wow.
That's interesting, though, that it just kept looping.
Well, because it brought him back to because he had run it. He was on the YouTube page, so then it was just the live thing popped
sure,
up. So it was
going.
like the live one was right there, and he's like, oh, so you just clicked on it, and there it was.
I have I get a notice every time something comes up on Justin Livestream, and there's a lot of mornings I'll wake up and it's like, tune in right now to the Greater North Dakota
North Central Riding Horse Association
quarter horse something.
a 4-H show that we did. I mean,
Yeah.
how many more do you want us to do? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
The more the
awesome,
merrier.
Actually.
So something else exciting to talk about, fellas. UW-RF football.
that's crazy.
Dude, that honest to God truth, that was one of the best college football games. I would just say football games in general I've ever watched in my entire life. It went from, we thought Blaha was hurt. He comes back in. Their quarterback got hurt. He comes back in. What was there, 89 points that were scored in the game, I think, or 88 points or something?
41-48.
Yes. So 89 points scored in the game. And that the play at the end to win it, I mean,
Wow.
That was
just-
crazy.
it was
I was
unbelievable.
at a family Christmas, so I wasn't watching it. I was just kind of watching the score on my phone for the last half of it. And I'm like, 41-41. And then all of a sudden, 45 seconds left, and my phone changes to 41-48. And I'm like, no
It's
way.
unbelievable.
So then later that night, I found the clip, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. That
was
and that was
great.
a heck
Incredible.
of
Great
a catch, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
seeing stepping up, seeing the defender in front of him, right, and cutting his own route a hair short and
Yes.
going up to catch it.
That was great.
Man, that Blaha's a stud.
That
I mean, the pass was there, right? Let's just say
that play was awesome. But I'll say this, that last play of the game.
The interception.
Oh, yeah.
When that kid, you watch
He's
it.
from Prescott's kid, I think. Yeah.
Block from Prescott. When you watch that play, he actually keeps moving behind the defenders.
Yeah.
He's moving with them, and then all of a sudden when that kid when that kid goes to release the ball, he steps out from behind them.
First interception ever in his collegiate career? Or maybe the year for sure.
He's a D tackle.
Yeah, so his first interception, ever.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah. It's just really cool to watch some of the local kids too. I mean, there was one of the receivers I know is from Arizona. They had another kid I think was they said he went to Texas and then transferred in, but he wasn't originally from Texas, but down south. So they're getting some of those players too. But then there's you got is it Nussbaum? Nussbaum. Is he a true freshman?
Yes.
Playing linebacker for him right now. I mean, what a dog he's going to be.
That's huge.
Yeah, and then they got just kids from a couple Prescott kids and a lot of kids from just across the river. It's just awesome, right?
Yeah.
And this will really, regardless of what happens in this national championship game, because they're playing like the old Alabama team of, you know what I mean? It's like, well, I think the head coach's record right now is 57-1.
Ooh.
And he's a newer coach that took this program over. I want to say somebody told me some statistic like they've been to the last 6 of the last 7 national championships.
In the NDSUs of Division
Who was it
3.
again?
And North Central.
North Central.
The North Central.
Cardinals.
Yeah,
right?
North Central Card. So they're going to have their hands full. Obviously, we'll be watching the game. They were cheering them on, but man, this is going to be it'll be fun for Nourishment, for River Falls.
It's helped putting them on the map a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Well, and just look at, it goes back to the whole thing, facilities.
Yeah.
I mean, this program now the football program's great. The girls hockey teams won 2 national championships in a row. The Falcon Center is gorgeous, and it's a great place to go watch college basketball and volleyball for that matter. So there's so many things. The redone Hunt Arena is awesome. So congratulations to UW River Falls.
Winning breeds winning. Right?
Well, and the big
100%.
thing, we've talked about River Falls, right? You talked about all that whole conference is the simple fact that you've got the Badgers, and then everybody else is Division III.
Yeah, except for UW Parkside. Is that the only 2?
So it's like
the only 2?
Yeah, so you get kids that could play in Division II, lower level Division I's,
but
they want to stay close to home, but they just don't have an option to play or get a scholarship to play at that level, which is too bad. But that Division III level in Wisconsin is tough because of that.
And with the facilities that they now have, the fact that athletics are getting better across the board, they're bringing in more revenues. They're bringing back sports. They just brought back baseball last year.
Yeah.
So, they're bringing back in sports. So, congratulations to UW River Falls. I'd like to talk about something I brought up last week, and a couple of people have talked to me about over the last week, about do officials, just like Corey Evans, good guy. I worked. He was the clock operator for Nourishment on Saturday night. Corey has reffed some big time high school hockey games. A lot of BRC games, some big playoff games, stuff like that. He's a well known official in Western Wisconsin. Lives here in Nourishment. As his kids have gotten older, he's kind of stepped back from his, own reffing career, and he is now the director of reffing for the Nourishment Youth Hockey Association. So he sets up, the refs for the games, the tournaments, blah, 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 all that stuff, which might be one of the top 10 most thankless jobs ever in the history
There's
of the
no
world.
doubt about it.
But anyways, I said to him, I go, let me ask you this. Do you ever, get home at night and just God, I was terrible? And he goes, there's times I didn't even get in the car. Or I didn't even get home. He goes, in the car, I'm driving home going, I was terrible tonight, and I need to be better.
Yeah.
And so officials do feel that way. We had the talk last week when you were at the $1 million resort for the extra night that do officials ever just go home at night and go,
Oh, I listened to it. I listened to you guys rip on me about a Christmas tree and how thin I am and all that. I cried. But, no, I would agree that even when I officiate at times, it's like, gosh darn, I missed that call, or why did I call that? I blew the whistle too early. But we've talked about having Josh Klinger on. So I'm going to reach out to him. And so if Klinger, if you're listening, text me. Otherwise, I'm going to call you. But I think it'd be great to have and ask those questions because he's done baseball, right? He's done football. He's done basketball. Now he's into. I ran into him one day. He's he's umping or what do you want to call it, reffing volleyball. So he does it all.
Wow.
So it'd be good to chat with him.
Another one would be like we mentioned last week would be Cole Tappy.
Yeah.
Just talk to him on the younger perspective, right?
Yeah.
He's been doing it for a handful of years.
Yeah.
So because that brought up a couple questions that I knew you'd probably know the answer to. Klinger's team is Oval Officials, his guys for football. Is Cole Tappy the back judge on that group?
Yeah, I think
he
so.
Is?
Yeah.
Because he was just named Green Bay Packers official of the month
I saw
or whatever.
that. I did see that.
He was the back judge for NFL.
Tappy was?
Yeah, for the Green Bay Packers have a high school.
Oh, sure.
Where they go and they give each reffing position a player of the month. I don't know what you call it.
That's
Official
cool.
of the month. So Cole Tappy was just named that. So.
I think that's great because
he umps a lot of games.
Yeah, well, his goal is to be either MLB or I think it's an MLB official is what his goal
Really?
is.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
That's what he wants to do.
We've been doing it since high school.
Yep.
Wow.
And back in the day, I used to hang with Tim Cheetah. If you know about him, he's Major League ump. I used to. He lived in Turtle Lake, so I've had a lot of late night discussions with him.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys just staying up late talking? That's nice of you.
That is
The,
nice.
the one story I'll say is we were out at a local establishment, and he had his World Series jacket. And so people, were like, hey, can I put it on? And one of my buddies did, and nobody could ever find it to this day. Hey, my buddy did not steal it because he never left the building, but he had put it down, and somebody had taken it.
Really?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know if he ever found it. I honestly don't.
Probably in Scribner's closet.
No, it's not. Tim was a good guy, but it was fun hearing the stories of umping and at that level. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be good to talk to Klinger.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree absolutely. Hey, I want to hear all about the trip. You've been gone for what? 3 weeks? He was gone.
Yeah,
now I don't care. I don't care about you going to Scranton, Pennsylvania, to see a window factory for work or whatever they make screens at that one, whatever it is. I want to hear about you
Scranton,
and your.
Pennsylvania. What does he sell? Paper now?
Yeah.
Wasn't that where you went? Wasn't it Pennsylvania?
I went to Pennsylvania for work for a long time ago, and then I went to Dubuque, Iowa for work, and now I went to Hawaii for not work.
And he makes fun of me and says I'm always traveling.
Yeah, it was a
You
fun
are.
trip. Anytime you get to go with your significant other, and it's just the two of you, it's great. So Lindsay and I got a lot of time together. I feel sorry for her, but it's a win
We all
for
do
me.
on an everyday basis.
Well, I just beat you guys to it.
Thank you.
But yeah, we got to explore the Big Island. And it was kind of fun, different. Kind of like I talked off here. It's a unique island, right? It's besides a touristy town. It's very rural, and it's volcanic. It's still going on. It's interesting. We had fun, but it was, I got to watch Justin live stream at a coffee shop, looking out over the ocean as we're alternating between that and the boys game. That was kind of fun to do, but we took in 3 games there. We weren't going to miss Graceland's basketball game, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, the island's beautiful. We went to the black sand beach, the green sand beach, and it's green. I should have brought in the sand from it because it is green, and it's due to the minerals and explosion years, thousands of years ago. In this area, it's green, so that was kind of cool. And then the black sand beach was because of the, the of all the lava on hitting the ocean and blowing up, and it was really cool. So it was a fun time.
Thanks.
It's not like traveling down to Gibby's Mansions, which you've been able to participate in and break in and stuff like that, but it was fun. It was good.
Gibby's gated community. Gated community. I said that wrong to somebody, and they questioned me. So it's gated community to get into Gibby's mansions down there.
Where's we going here?
I don't know where we're going.
Well, I'm glad that you had a good time. I'm glad you guys are back. It is kind of neat when you're in a different part of the country to be watching Justin live stream, isn't it?
It's
it really
fun.
is fun.
I was blessed to listen to Jess Commerell. Felt sorry for her having to deal with Gibby, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was always a joy doing that stuff with Jess. She's always
Yeah.
amazing at doing that.
Yeah, I was able to do it last night, and hopefully Maddie Moo's doing fine. The girls lost, but Maddie got knocked out pretty early due to a mild concussion. So that's
elbow to the head or something.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Where are the girls next week for?
Nowhere.
They're in
holiday?
Marshfield.
Oh, Marshfield. Sorry,
Yeah,
not
so they'll play
That's right, I forgot they have
Wausau
Marshfield.
East, I think it is, on Monday. and then they play Marshfield on Tuesday afternoon.
Boys are in Menominee for 2 games?
Menominee for 2 games, yep.
And then the hockey team, I think actually they start on Sunday. They go over to the Fox River.
Oh, for that big one, yeah.
For that big
that's a
tournament.
3-day one.
That's
for them,
a
isn't it?
3-day one.
Yeah.
And then the boys wrestling team will be going down to the Bi-State Classic in
Oh,
lacrosse.
that's always a big one, isn't it? Bi-State.
I think I looked. There's 78 teams.
Wow.
So they run it with a 64-man bracket, I believe. Yeah, 69. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
64.
And then just think,
32,
we come back after the new year, and
Then it
then
gets
it's
crazy.
just sports.
That's January.
Yeah. January and February, for that matter.
Yeah.
First couple weeks in February. Then it starts slowing down because some teams
Absolutely.
get into playoffs.
Well, I have a couple more things to. One, I want to ask you guys, and we're going to start with Moose because he's the nicest to me. Moose, what is your favorite family tradition of Christmas?
One that I really enjoy is when my dad reads the Christmas story. The Luke 2, 8 through 20. Sitting around as a family.
Oh, I was going way different there. I thought he was reading the actual book because you can't.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So
As the traditions changed throughout the years,
Yep.
just because
your father reads that.
Yeah.
That's neat.
That
We're
is
all
really
sitting there.
Yeah.
Scrib, what about you?
Well, mine's probably, you guys will probably laugh, but we have always done Christmas Eve at my parents' for my entire life, and we still do it to today. And to be honest, for the longest time, we always had chicken kev. That was kind of our Christmas Eve meal. But that is gone now. And does anybody know why?
No.
Where do you think my parents always got the chicken kev from?
Genio Turkey Store in Barron.
No.
Oh, well, you see, at least I got it.
You got to guess.
I guess.
Schwann's.
Oh.
That was...
Sure.
Did they go under?
Yeah.
Well, basically, yeah.
Because
they
we
did.
always had a Schwann's person, and just the other day, I'm like, you know what? What happened to that person?
They're gone.
It just stopped coming over.
No more yellow trucks on the road.
And the thing was, right, like I always have a
Their
soft
ice
spot.
cream was good, though.
Yeah, I always have a soft spot for salespeople, right? So every time they'd come, I have to buy something.
They're working.
Yeah,
right?
they're working hard and making their living, so we always get a bunch of stuff.
Those little individual
So that's
pizzas.
not. So
Yeah, that was
switch it
just
up.
something we always had. That was kind of our, and I mean, we can go buy it somewhere else, right? But it was just kind of a neat thing that was ours when we were younger, and my parents just kept it up because we all liked it, and we always changed other parts of it. But that was just something that we've had forever. And it's not quite the tradition like what your dad is doing, but it was just something that we did, that we had.
Yeah,
And it's gone, and it's just, my mom's like, I don't even know where to go get it. We could find it easy, right?
Louise
yeah, I mean, you could easily,
has
but
it.
it's just interesting that my mom's like, let's just do a bunch of appetizers, which is fine.
Yeah.
How about you, Gibby?
Well, we do have a lot of family Christmases, which are always fun. But I think the new one that we're starting this year is we're going to do the pool house, and we bought like a fake Christmas tree for out there, and we're going to have a fire in the it's actually better. But we're going to have a fire in the fireplace, and we're going to open the gifts, and it's crazy, right? Like when you have with your kids coming back from college, you really appreciate when you're all together.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm excited to do that for the first time. So we'll open up gifts and we'll be out in the pool house and we'll have a real fire going, and I'm excited for it.
Think of
Listening to
that.
Christmas music.
I just find it interesting. Like I would love that, right? Because it's a nice, cozy atmosphere. You have this big house that you've probably remodeled before, and it's nice. And then we'll do Christmas out in the pool house.
Well, when you got
it's a cozy feeling, but you know what I mean. It's just funny how
I know it.
when you got two houses in gated communities down in Florida, you got the mansion up here.
Yeah.
At some point, you just want to go to the smaller house,
smallest
the
one
pool-
you got. Yeah, I get it.
which is still bigger than any of all of ours.
Yeah, whatever.
But you see, if they're in the pool house, unlike in the living room in any of his 3 mansions, he doesn't have to yell across the room like, "Who's next to open a
that's a good
present?
point.
Present." Yeah, so I can see why you want to go.
It's
to
like
the
in
pool house.
Batman when you guys remember the original Batman when they're on a date and it's on the big long table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have some salt? Like, what?
Yeah. That's how it'd be.
How about you, Brinky?
Boy, it's changed over the years. I can. first off, I remember as a little kid, we always used to go to 5 o'clock mass on Christmas Eve in Somerset, and the whole family would go. And, of course, Mom and Dad dressed us up in the best clothes we had. And then we'd always go look at Christmas lights in Richmond.
Yeah.
And then at that same time, my aunt and uncle would go. I found this out years later. My aunt and uncle would go to my parents' house and put out all the presents from Santa Claus.
Can I ask you, when you were 18 and you found out that happened, were you upset?
I was 34, but anyways, no, I'm at that. My kids are all older than your kids, obviously by quite a bit. I mean, 5, 6 years. Well, I guess okay. So your oldest and my youngest are like the same. But I'm going to tell you right now, all the bullshit we go through in a year, in a year. I mean, just all the, the furnace breaking down, the kid getting cut from the
dynamics,
the family dynamics, all that stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, there is nothing more magical than being a parent on Christmas morning when those kids get up at 6 a.m. and they're like, Santa was here, and they're all so
excited. Yeah,
that to me, it just makes everything.
Do you know what it's going to be like when I'm going to ask your mom day after Christmas what it was like to watch you run up this week?
She won't be here, unfortunately, but no, she'll be over. I don't know if you're the script, but I'm pretty excited because I get to host my family. After last year, a year ago yesterday, I came home from the hospital, and I couldn't do anything for Christmas and Christmas Day.
Well, that was a gift that
all of my
you gave us, is that you're still here, so we appreciate that.
All of my nieces and nephews, minus my nephew who lives out in the Maryland area, they're all going to be here. Alec, unfortunately, he has a tradition of going down to Arizona to his cousin's house. But I get to have all my nieces and nephews and all my siblings. Wow. Every one of them is going to be here, and my mother is still with us. So they're coming over tomorrow, and I'm really excited for it. So it's pretty neat. I'm really excited for it. So
cool.
I have since I guess I was last to go, I do have gifts. Well, I mean, I'm sure we got tons of gifts. Everybody got me tons of gifts, but I don't see you guys carrying anything in here. So
no, we were supposed to.
I know. Rickman does this. We better look at this first before we say anything.
I got you guys all gifts.
Oh, this ought to be interesting.
Yours is leaking, Moose.
No,
yeah, did I get a fried chicken in here or what? Like, you guys see that on the camera?
Moose's bag got sat down in the same place on the center island I was making Chex Party Mix the other night at.
You probably used the bag for Chex Party Mix.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have. That would have been smart. So anyways, I did get you guys a little something for each of you.
If this is nice enough, Brinkman, we might keep you here for another year.
Well,
look at this.
Hey,
Brinky.
The Olympic strongman over there is having problems
I'm
with the
being
gray
very
tape
nice, so you guys, you can.
Wow, look at this, man.
Okay, now I want you guys.
I hope you got yourself one too, Uncle Eddie.
No, why would I do that?
Wow, look at these.
Okay, so look down the left sleeve.
Scrib and Gib.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Love it.
Now, what I wanted to do is have Ann Brink in letters this big on the back, but I didn't do that. I thought that would be inappropriate.
That would have been really cool.
Huge shout out to your sister for helping me with this project.
Yeah.
She kept it from him?
She did. In fact, it was kind of funny. Last night I was out at my mother's house, and Mrs. Gibb called me and said, "Hey, are you home? I got these Christmas presents for the boys that Travis's sister gave me," and I'm like, "No, actually, I'm a block away from your house." So, So anyways, you guys, I just wanted to get you those. I wanted to say thanks to you guys for inviting me in to do this craziness every week. It's really been a lot of fun. I tell you what, the amount of feedback you get from the community about it is crazy. I think some people lie because it seems like 250 times a week somebody says, "Hey, great podcast last week," and then you look and we're at 75 views. So I might kind of giggle at some of that. But thanks to you guys for inviting me in.
Hey, maybe we just go down to Newts and Oz's and ask them to turn the podcast on.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
instead of a Christmas story for 24 hours, they could do 24 hours of the
podcast.
Go back to our first one.
You flew through them all.
Oh, gosh. Hey, obviously it goes without saying, JLS Insurance and Justin Livestream, thank you very much for your friendship and all you do for this podcast, and quite frankly, what you do for the school district in Richmond. I'd like to thank Cedar Lake Speedway. They're huge fans of this podcast. Obviously, Gibby's Lanes.
Yeah, they've been here since the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie will do anything I think you ask of him, and that's pretty cool. Ben Peterson. Do we have to say anything nice about Ben?
Nope.
I mean, there
Just
might be
something nice
rules
about the garage
set.
condos.
Yeah, that. Well,
Go
you know
look
what?
at them. You never know.
They
go check
invited
'em
us
out.
up to be there that time, and how cool was that?
I tell you what, man. The other day when we were doing the letters and we were out because we run some storage sheds and it was cold, and I looked over at Scotty and I was like, man, I really wish we had one of those garage condos right now because they're heated and they're really nice.
Yeah.
You can pull your vehicles inside of them. Gosh, maybe if we sell enough of them, maybe we can do that.
Vital Systems, again, they've been there from
Since the beginning too.
Keith and Jess. I mean, look at how involved those two are in this community with everything they do. So and Jess, I think, is just awesome at
Great
announcing
voice.
Yeah, she
basketball.
does.
She does a great job.
Can't forget Custom HVAC Solution either. I mean, Solution of the Week.
Yeah.
And how about our sponsor for the studio?
Lindus.
I mean, they're crazy enough to hire me in.
You wear a Lindus shirt every day.
Yeah.
And the big Lindus logo on there.
Yeah, no, it's
He's got a tattoo of it.
Yeah, that I don't. But yes, I do appreciate them. That's for sure.
And I also want to say to our viewers, thank
Yes,
you very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy New Year. This is pretty neat. This actually is. I mean, and just so because people ask me, Scrib and I do kind of like to pick on each other a little bit. We will, during the week we will text each other, gigglers about stuff that we see on the podcast, little digs we give each other and stuff like that. So,
well, I do want to say thank you, and Gibby, I'm sorry, I disagree with your decision.
Yeah,
we are not getting rid of him anymore. Okay. We were going to announce it on air that you were done, but after this, I'm advocating for my big guy here.
Anytime you get free swag, we got to keep him.
Yeah, we'll keep him for one more week, Strand, maybe. I mean, yes, we will. But we appreciate you being here. That's the biggest thing. Year ago you came home, and now look at you.
Yeah.
You're a big bad star on the Scrim and Give podcast.
It's been a heck of a year. I feel great, by the way. People ask me. I feel great.
That's awesome.
I absolutely feel wonderful. So, in the next year, I think we can do some really cool things. Yeah. So
keep it going.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you, big guy, for all the gifts, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year's. And we're going to kick this thing off. We'll be back starting again in New Year. I'm Scrib.
I'm Gib.
I'm Brink.
We got Moose on the loose.